Welcome to the Moon Manifesting Podcast with Kyra Howearth. Hi, I'm Kyra, business astrologer, moon manifesting mumma, author, teacher, and mentor. I teach you how to harness the energy of the moon, stars, and cosmos so you can manifest your dreams and discover a deeper purpose to your life. Hello and welcome to the Moon Manifesting Podcast. Today I have a very special guest with me live in the studio. Say hello to Kirsty May.
Hi!
So Kirsty May, she is a local Tamworth woman and she is a mama to two beautiful wildlings, and she is here to help raise the frequency of the planet, to spread love, and to help women step into their full feminine expression. So today we're going to be talking all about that feminine energy as well as cyclical living, and some other beautiful pieces of wisdom that Kirsty can share with us. I've really enjoyed working with Kirsty since we connected last year. So yeah, really excited to have her today on the podcast.
Yay! It's an honor to be here, Kyra.
Yay! I'm so glad that we decided to do this. This is really fun.
This is fun. It's so fun.
So, Kirsty, was there anything from the intro that you wanted to add in? Because I always kind of feel like I say this little intro. Is there anything that you'd like to add about yourself?
No, that was beautiful.
Okay, cool.
That summed it up well. I'm definitely here to spread love and joy and raise the frequency and really, really help women to step into that full feminine expression.
Yeah.
Which I think is so important. None of us dimming our light, just bring the full force of you.
Yes, absolutely. And that is something that you do really well. So I'm really excited to talk more about that as we progress through this episode. But to start off, I guess the first question I want to lead this episode with is, what is feminine energy versus masculine energy? What's your definition of it?
Yes. So I'm very in my feminine energy. So it is more like receiving the beauty of life. So surrendering, and you're really in your soft, sensual essence. You're real a nurturer, and then more coming into your masculine energy, you're real more goal orientated. You're very directive. You've got you know where you're going. You're an action taker. You're very organized. There's a lot of more of a penetrative energy, and with your feminine, you're more of in your receptive energy. And then I really believe as feminine beings, we are cyclic beings, and we have like this 28-day cycle that we kind of follow with the moon cycles. And it's really being in your feminine expression and in your feminine energy is really honoring your cycle, knowing that we are not on a 24-hour cycle like a masculine energy. It's not linear, it's more of this cycle, and that we have these different seasons to really help us to harness our fullest potential and our fullest expression. And so that's something I'm really passionate about, teaching women to really start to honor working with their cycle so that they can be in their fullest expression and live a life that truly fulfills them.
Yes, that is so beautiful. I love that. And I really love that you mentioned about the difference between like the masculine cycle and the feminine cycle, because it is like really important. Like when you see structured 9-to-5 jobs and women being forced into these cycles that don't necessarily work best for their bodies. And so getting women back in touch with those feminine cycles is really important. So let's chat a bit about cyclical living. Could you tell us a bit more about like this 28-day cycle that women have?
Yes. So women, we are literally cyclic beings. We are an expression of the earth. And just like the earth has her 4 seasons, winter, spring, summer, autumn, then we also have our inner seasons. So during our bleed, this is our winter. This is where we should be resting, rejuvenating. This is our hibernation time. It's a really time to come back within and kind of reflect on the month that's been. It's a time to really rest so that the month coming up ahead, you've allowed yourself to replenish, and so that you can go moving forward full of energy once you start coming back into your spring. And it's really a time that we've been learned to be like, to hold shame about our cycles. And I'm really here to help people to bring back the power of it and the magic of it, and to actually know this is such an important time as a woman, and that actually in ancient times, the women would actually gather during their bleed because they were actually seen as a gift to the tribe, that this was actually when our intuition is so heightened and that we can actually see things for our communities. And so women would actually gather to kind of work out how they can best serve their tribe, their community, moving forward. And so if we're giving this time to slow down and rest, it's going to be really, really, really beneficial. And then moving into our spring, this is kind of when we're starting to get that energy back, and you can start to feel the creative energy starting to swirl, and the life force starting to wake back up. And then we move into our summer, and this is when we're ovulating, and this is when we have this magnetizing energy about us, and when our energy is at a peak. And so this is when we should be really doing and taking those action, taking steps, using this time in our cycle to really be more masculine in our masculine energy. And then as we're coming back down into autumn, just before our bleed, this is when we're starting to slow back down, to finish any tasks that need to be done, and preparing to be able to rest and rejuvenate. And there we go.
I love that. I love how like you bring it into those 4 different seasons.
Yeah.
Like it makes so much sense matching up those seasons. Like winter is when we're bleeding, and then spring is when we're coming out of hibernation. Exactly, starting to bloom. I love that.
Our little bud, we're starting to be a little bud, and then we come into summer and we're full bloom and we're full of energy. And and like the bees are like, well, not the bees, but like life is like attracted to us. Because we have that magnetic energy. Our life force is full at peak. So
absolutely. So what happens when maybe women ignore that winter phase of their cycle, when they're not allowing themselves to rest and go inwards during their bleed? What do you find happens?
Speaking from personal experience, if I don't allow myself to rest, and if I don't, especially those first 1 to 2 days, I really prioritize to stay at home, rest. I even ask my partner to cook all the meals. If that isn't a possibility, like if you've planned ahead, then you can have like your meals all prepped so that you're really nourishing yourself during that bleed time. But I find if I'm not resting and I'm not nourishing my body, then that is when the month ahead I feel really depleted. My energy isn't where it should be. I'm a bit more overwhelmed with things, stressed out, and I just don't feel like I'm as focused in my summer season as I should be. I don't have the clarity that I should. It really just does a downward spiral for me, I feel, if I'm not honouring my seasons. Especially as a mama, of 2, really having that rest time so that I can come out and be the best mum for my children. And it's been really, really beautiful to actually honour my seasons. I've seen the full potential of it.
Absolutely. Like I found the same thing for myself as well, like learning more about this and giving myself permission to rest during that time of the cycle it really can make a difference to the rest of the cycle, the rest of the month ahead. Really important tip there. I hope you're all paying attention. So my next question is, how can women step into their full feminine expression, and what does that look like?
So I really believe the full feminine is the full force of you, the full range, like not holding back, the full spectrum of human. So we have our wildness, then we have our sensuality, we've got our chaoticness, and then we've got our softness, we've got our primal animalistic, where we just want to ravage in the bedroom, and then we've got that nurturing mother archetype. So it's bringing the full force of you, and it's really, I really teach these 3 tools of sound, movement, and breath to really help to get into the body and out of the head, so that you are leading life from your heart, your body, and not in the mind. So using, through different practices that I teach, sounding how your body wants to sound right now, to actually get out of your head and to be more of you, instead of coming from a egotistic, what the mind wants, and actually getting into the body and how the body actually feels. So I really feel your full feminine expression is really getting out of your head and getting more into your body and honoring how your body is feeling.
Definitely. I feel that's so important because in our masculine dominated society, we are very much in the ego and in the head, and we often ignore how we're feeling, whether that's our physical body or even what we're intuitively feeling. So I feel like what you're saying is to be more in touch with our feminine side, we need to tune into those feelings, whether that's the physical feelings or the intuitive, emotional type of feelings. But to feel is feminine.
Yeah, yes. And the full range, allow yourself to feel it all. And to have safe practices for you to go to allow yourself to get used to being in your full expression and bringing that to the world. Yeah,
that's beautiful. So talking about stepping into your feminine expression, you've already spoken about the practices that you use, sound, movement, and breath. Could you maybe share with us some of your favorite rituals that you like to use to awaken the feminine expression?
Yeah, most definitely. So something that is really simple and really easy is just shaking the body. So that is a really quick ritual to get you out of your head and into your body. So you put on your favorite song, and then you start with your legs, and you build it up from 1%, 5%, 20% and up, and then you start getting into how you're wanting to sound, and so you start sounding what wants to move through your body, and you start using your breath to really amplify the energy, and then you're moving. So you're moving all this stagnant energy that is stuck in your body, and it's allowing your full force to and your energy to wake up and move through you.
Yeah, I actually really love that ritual. I've been to one of your Moon Mumma circles where you've taught this, and before coming to this Moon Circle, I was not prepared to stand up in a room and shake. I'd never done that. And actually doing that ritual, you feel that energy shift, and you start to feel more liberated and open and free. So it is really powerful, even though it may sound quite simple for those listening on the podcast. But give it a go, because it is actually quite transformative when you allow yourself to just move your body and shake it all out.
Yeah, and I'm so passionate about it's not what it looks like, it's what it feels like. Yeah. So do not even care what it looks like. I just shake everything. Yeah. Your butt cheeks, your thighs, your head, your hair, you just really throw yourself into the deep end. Yeah. And like you said, you really feel liberated on the other side.
Yeah, exactly. So let's have a chat about your program that you're offering right now, the Petals of Women, because I know that it really incorporates a lot of what we've just been talking about, but in a way that's catered to the women who want to work with you. So tell us a bit more about the Petals of Women.
Yes. So the Petals of Women is my signature program for women that are wanting to step more into their full feminine expression, that are wanting to learn to live more cyclically, that are wanting to learn to live and being supported by the elements. I'm a huge believer of being supported by the elements. And it's also designed to teach you all these somatic practices that are really going to help you get out of your head and into your body, so that you are living in your fullest expression, and so that you are feeling confident and have the courage to lead from your bold heart and to show up in the world as all of you, none of this dimming. Because I believe that when we dim one part of ourselves, then we're going to be dimming all of ourselves. So I'm really about helping to bring the full force of you. In my spaces, my number one priority is to create this safe space to bring all of you, your darkest shames. And I know that this just really helps liberate, to bring all of yourself into the world. And I have such a passion for that. And so this program is really there to help you to bring the full force of you, to really embody your fullest expression, and to help actually bring your unique gifts online. I really truly believe that we all have unique gifts that the world needs, and so this program is really here to help you to step into that and to become confident to bring them out into the world. And yeah, so such a juicy little container for the women ready.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like a really powerful portal to like bring more confidence into your life and to step into your fullest expression and to become the beautiful woman that's hiding inside.
Yeah, that's right. And to actually walk away with tangible tools that are going to help you in your everyday life, to help like regulate your nervous system, to help you get out of your head and into your body, to help you show up in your full confident self. Yeah. So for the women who are listening who want to learn more about the Petals of Women, where can they sign up? Yes. So they can go to my Instagram page. And in the link, there is, in my bio, there's a link over to head out and check out more about the Petals of Women. And for any of your listeners, they do receive a 10% discount.
Oh, how generous. Thank you.
So they just need to slide into my DMs and send me a message that they've heard about me and the Petals of Women on your podcast, and I'll be able to hook them up.
Beautiful. So I'll pop some links in the show notes as well so that you can all go through and click through to Kirsty's Instagram page and check out her link in bio. Exciting. So something that I do also love to chat about when I have a guest on the podcast, and I'm pretty slack with this, honestly. There's a few guests that don't get this, but I do love to bring a bit of astrology into it because I find it really fascinating when I'm sitting down and talking to someone and like they're talking about like what it is that they're doing. And then looking at their astrology chart, it's like, this is why this person is like this.
Yes.
So Kirsty, like you're a Leo sun, and like it's so obvious because you're talking about like shining your light and becoming your fullest expression. And to me, that is like such a Leo thing. Which is beautiful. Like you help other people to shine to their fullest potential.
Yeah, and bring their full force of you. I just had this image of me as like this big lion, rah, bringing the full force of me. With this golden mane.
Yeah, but that is like so kind of you, but maybe not like in such a dramatic way, but it is.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, so as a Leo sun, you definitely are here to help people to shine their light and to step into their like authentic self-expression. You're also a Pisces moon, and I feel like your Pisces moon helps you to kind of bring in more of those intuitive aspects rather than like the masculine structured sort of energy, like to come back into a more sort of intuitive feeling empathic space. I kind of feel like you may even have like some intuitive gifts yourself, whether or not they're fully realized yet or not, but there's definitely like some potential there for you to either do like healing work or energy reading or something like that. Maybe another thing for you to add to your toolkit.
Yes.
And Kirsty, you're also an Aries rising, which works quite well with your Leo sun. We've got these two fire signs that are quite dominant in your chart. So as an Aries rising, you're here to lead and to help people, again, like step into their authenticity, and to kind of boss people around as well. Like there's a bit of a bossy energy.
I was going to say, no, I don't do that. But if my partner was here, he might say something.
Yeah. And I also find like, you know, when you're learning about people and like you kind of know their astrological blueprint as well, it kind of helps you understand like why you might be drawn to those people as well. So I can definitely see like why you've come into my life as a Leo sun during this time of my life when literally like my goal in life is to become more confident and to become more Leo.
Yes, to bring more of you into the world.
Yeah, yes. Exactly.
Your full force.
Yeah, like I think my word of the year is shine. Is that my word of this year? Shine? Maybe it was last year. No, I think that's this year. It's like literally my word is shine. And it was all about like me, like, shining my light. So,
yes.
So that's why we're here doing this thing.
Yes, that's right.
So before we kind of end off the podcast, I do want to also share, while we have Kirsty here with us, about something exciting that me and Kirsty have been working on behind the scenes. So if you have been listening along and you love what Kirsty has to offer, and chances are you're here because you already love what I have to offer, we're combining our talents and we're bringing together a beautiful half-day retreat here in Tamworth. Do you want to share a bit more about what we're offering?
Yeah, so a half-day retreat. Do we share the name?
Yeah, let's share it.
Okay, so a half-day retreat called Bloom. So it is all about coming into your heart, essentially opening up your heart so you can receive more of the beauty of life. So you're coming to learn different self-love practices, to really have a day of nourishing yourself and to fill up your cup, to fill up your heart so you can walk away more whole and more full so that you can soak up the beauty of life. Yeah,
I'm so excited for this. At the moment, we're planning to do yoga. We're going to have a women's circle. Kirsty's going to bring in some of those rituals like what she's already been talking about today.
Yeah, so elemental rituals, breath work.
Yeah.
Cacao ceremony.
Yeah, we're going to have some ceremonial cacao to really open the heart space. And we've got some other goodies yet to be confirmed as well. But we will pop a link in the show notes below, so where you can find out all the details, and hopefully we will see you at our half-day retreat. It will be located here in the Tamworth area. But yeah, the details will all be below, so check that out. So Kirsty, thanks so much for being a guest on the Moon Manifesting podcast. Where can our listeners find out more about you?
Yeah, I mostly play on Instagram.
Yeah,
it's my digital playground. So if you just head on over to iam.kirstymay, you'll find me there.
Yeah, perfect. I will have Kirsty's Instagram link in the show notes as well, so you can click through, find Kirsty, find her Petals of Women program, and don't forget she is offering a 10% discount for Petals of Women if you send her a DM as well. So make sure you do that, because I know just how powerful this work is, and so many women can benefit from this work, from stepping into their fullest feminine expression. So highly recommend. So thanks so much, Kirsty, for being here today. And yeah, for all our listeners at home, stay magical, stay manifesting, and stay tuned. I'll speak with you in another episode really soon. Thank you for listening to the Moon Manifesting podcast. If you're wanting more moon magic, check out my book, Moon Manifesting. Download your free Moon Manifesting calendar or connect with me on social media. You can do all of that at kyrahowearth.com.au. Stay magical, stay manifesting, and stay tuned. I'll speak with you in the next episode.